Hello and welcome to Art Time with Miss Anderson, and we are going to talk about mountain ranges today. So here is how I like to draw mountain ranges. We're going to start by practicing with several thumbnails before we go to the final product. I've got a variety of pencils, and I start with drawing triangles. But notice I'm drawing the triangles with two sides. I'm drawing one side and then the other. If you don't do it that way, your mountains all sort of tend to lean in one direction. Now we're gonna do 3 layers of mountains. The biggest thing to make it look good is to alternate the peaks of the mountains. We're not sold on any one particular peak at this point. We're gonna add some more details. Just start with the essential underlying shapes of how you want your mountain range to go. You can kind of eyeball it too. You can kind of see what looks good. You can actually even look at real photos of landscapes. I don't encourage you to look at artworks of landscapes, but rather real photos of landscapes to just kind of eyeball and get an idea of what some mountain ranges might look like. When you do your mountain ranges, make sure you include at least 3 layers in there. We want to have a foreground, middle ground, and background. And that is going to help us carve out the areas that are going to show atmospheric perspective with a darker, more saturated foreground, a medium tone middle ground, and a light, foggy background. And now that we have a skeleton drawing of our mountains, we're going to add those details, little bumps and edges and ridges that give them that rocky, natural, landscape-like appearance. Deciding whether or not we want some of them to be more like a pointed peak or a leveled out peak. What I like to do is also take a look at the mountain ranges as they are working in sync together, adding my details so that they're similar enough and different enough to work as a group. Have some fun and get a little playful with this. You can use reference photos, but feel free to also just go with the flow and look at what you think looks good. We're sort of looking here for the idea of mountains. It's an artwork, not necessarily a perfect representation of what we might see. And last but not least, coming in to create our atmospheric perspective, just a quick fill in with the side of your pencil, making the background the lightest value, the foggiest value, the middle ground a middle value, and the foreground your darkest value. This creates the sense of atmospheric perspective. Atmospheric perspective is when things are farther and farther away. They appear to be softer, hazier, and take on a more neutral, bluish, purplish cast. Practice this a whole bunch of times on your thumbnail page, trying different orientations. Next up, we will talk about how we're going to put together this beautiful collage of a mountain range and sky.